Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment. I am Steve. I got Timmy T right on over here. Timmy
What
T,
up?
what's going on?
What up?
How's it going? How's life? How's the weather up there by you guys lately?
My hair's very fluffy today. It's
Oh,
good. It's not bad. It's a little cold today, but we're gonna back up to the 50s this weekend.
oh, that's the life up there this time of the year.
I I
That's
have
awesome.
I have a feeling we're in for a rough February or a rough March. I think they're gonna be like, remember all that snow you
You're
didn't
due,
get? You didn't get. Here it all comes at once.
but they're due. Dave in a chair. What's going on, my friend? I don't have to ask you how the weather is.
No, you don't. It's nice. Nice 70, 80 degrees. Actually, it was pretty nice today. Surprisingly,
It
it wasn't
was.
too hot.
It's beautiful out right now. Nice. I don't know. Temperatures dropped around 65, I think ish. A nice little breeze. It's not really
You know,
nice out.
we haven't had measurable snow since 2021, something like that. No. We had no 2022 of like a March of last year or something. We haven't had measurable
Wow.
snow. So yeah, we're in for a fuck fest come like February
You're
and
gonna
March.
you're gonna get those nasty, heavy snowstorms with the
Yeah,
ice and
it's
all
it's
this.
gonna be 70 on Monday, and Tuesday's gonna be an 8 foot snow blizzard. It's gonna cripple the city, and then we won't be able to get out of here until they get ourselves out until whatever. That's fine. I'll take it.
Do a 24/7 podcast.
That's why they
That's
make
it.
sick day. That's why they make
Ooh.
sick days.
That's it. All right. So lot to discuss today. Coming off the heels of the divisional round last weekend, we'll talk a little bit about those games. What to look forward to this Sunday, Championship Sunday. Um, we'll take a look at some betting arrangements that could possibly be made.
Oh boy.
We'll do the picks for the games, of course. We got some NBA stuff to talk about. We got a little bit of baseball. But let's start today with the NBA because a couple things came through. I don't know if it came through right before we started, but the starters were announced for the All Star game. And Dave, enlighten the world on how. So the starters are have already been picked, but how are the teams going to be selected?
So, we talked about it a little bit last week how normally it was that they have a show and they go one on, like, let's say it's LeBron. I'm pretty sure it's what LeBron
It's LeBron and Giannis.
and Giannis, like,
Yeah.
again. So
Yes.
whoever got the most votes, which I'm assuming is LeBron, will get the first pick. Then Giannis and LeBron. Then Giannis, LeBron, back and forth. But they would normally do this like a month out from whenever
Right.
the All Star game was. Now what they decided to do was to make it right before the game starts. So they changed that up now. So right before the game starts, you're gonna have LeBron standing in front of his boys. I'm gonna pick so and so. I'm gonna pick so and so. And LeBron has never lost this game, so
No.
someone might be a little bit butthurt if they don't get picked. And now you get to actually see who gets picked last right in person. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be giving each other slack about it. So it should be fun to watch.
Yeah. The famous one was Harden with Durant, with Durant and LeBron going back
LeBron.
and forth, and then just busting out laughing each time he wasn't picked. I need a big man on my team.
It's like, come on, you're not taking Rudy Gobert over
Yeah,
Harden every day. They just wanted to see KD pick him and or him go
yeah,
last,
yeah.
and that it wasn't happening.
It didn't work out. Yeah, the eeny meeny miny, eeny meeny my. What the hell? Eeny meeny my. Eeny meeny miny mo. It didn't work out. But so that's a good. I think that's a cool little wrinkle. It's like a true pickup game, like I told you guys before in our chat. But so here are the starters. For the West, LeBron's the captain. Zion, Jokic, Luca, and Curry round out the five there.
So
And
John got
then
left out.
yes, and over in the East, it's Giannis, obviously as a captain. Jason Tatum, 31 a game. He's averaging 31 points, almost 9 rebounds a game. By the way, Knicks and Celtics right now. Wow, the Knicks are 14-10 on the road and a game under 500 at the Garden. It's the Dolan factor. But the Knicks are up by 13 on the Celtics right now in Beantown.
I mean, hopefully you guys beat him like the Heat did the other day.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
What?
What was that?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Your internet went in and out, right?
I did. It went out, came back in.
He did hear Tatum. The Jason Tatum came through perfectly fine though. Donovan Mitchell, he who scores 71 points in a game. Kyrie and Durant are the starting five there.
That's
and now,
crazy to think Embiid didn't make it.
oh, by the way, Embiid, shout out to the Just Too Sweet show. The DX chop. Did you see him do that yesterday? But like massive, like because he's a huge, massive guy. And he's like, ah.
That's one hell of a chop.
He took some shit for it, and I don't really like Embiid, but it's DX, so I'll allow it. A few things that we can chat about here. Just guys who are starters here. So Kyrie now today is I guess it came out that he wants a long-term deal with the Nets. Dave, so there's been nothing on the other end of that. There's been no talk of that. Hey, we want to sign Kyrie to a long-term deal. So this comes out. Maybe it's just him, sending out the signal. But does he deserve a long-term deal yet? It's just half a year through the crazy shit that he put them through last year.
Well, not only that, but at the beginning of the season as well, like with all the, Kevin Durant wants out, now Kyrie is going, like, wants out as well, or they're thinking about trading him. So it's like, great, yeah, you want a long-term deal, stay healthy, and maybe make it to the conference finals.
Yeah, I don't know. I tend to. Stephen A. Smith said this a long time ago. Now Stephen A. Smith will, bounce back and forth, but he said maybe he's a guy you give him 1 year at a time, and Timmy, you and I have talked about a lot of different guys. We even talked about yesterday, incentive-laden deals. The history. He's a great ball. Even if you haven't been watching basketball, he's a great ball player. He's skilled as all hell on the court, but he's a pain in the ass.
He's a head case.
So,
Off the court.
Yeah, yeah, on and off the court. But so you as an owner, would you? I think I already know the answer to this because I know the answer I would have. But would you ever sign him to a long-term deal, or would you say this is a 1 year at a time deal? Maybe if you're perfect for 3 years, or perfect for 2 years, then I'll give you a 2-year deal.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I would do, especially with someone like him. And he said, I would tell him straight up, listen, dude, you got the skill. You can help us win. You can be a major part of this franchise. But look at your history. Sorry, man. Well, I'm going to give you a 2-year deal. If everything works out after the first deal, I'll add a year. In other words, he'll never be. I would never let him get to that contract year.
Okay.
I'm going to sign you for 2. You have a good one, I'll add another one. You have another good one, I'll add another one. That kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
Fair to me.
Yeah, that's what I would do for something like that. Yeah, you have to do it for them because they're a risk to your franchise. This guy could blow up any minute now and just start talking about how Earth is flat and there's aliens in his locker room and all that other shit. Whatever.
He's gonna try and get to China through the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing is that you're gonna risk. He wouldn't get through China on the ground if he doesn't believe the world is flat. Come on, guys. Anyway.
Listen, the guy's a weirdo. The guy's a weirdo.
But I mean, the thing about that organization
He's like,
is,
come on, guys.
Depending on how far the Knicks go this year, I think they'll do it because you have 2 factors. You have the factor that if you don't give him the long-term deal, someone else will. Someone else will give him 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is, and pay him a ridiculous amount of money to go to the organization. And the Knicks are back in square. I mean, the Nets are back in square one. The other thing
I don't even want.
The other thing you have is Kevin Durant, who's most likely going to vouch for him and be like, if you don't sign him, you guys are also going to lose me. And then now what? Your organization goes back to...
How old is Durant? How old is Durant? Anybody know off the top of their heads?
32?
2? Yeah, let me see.
So I don't know. My thought process as far as age is probably old school. Remember back when I was younger, if you were
34.
30 in the NBA, you were fucking ancient.
34.
You were
34.
ancient back then if you were 30 in the NBA. Now I guess it's all different. Because
LeBron's 39.
Yeah.
I would tell Durant, how old are you? Yeah, you can fucking walk. Go ahead. I don't care how good you are. You want to go? Go. You're in your 30s. Bye. But nowadays it's a little different. So,
Nowadays,
Yeah,
you're
and
not playing every day.
oh yeah, that bullshit, right? I only play every 3 days when the moon is out and the sun is this and it's
oh my god.
daytime and
And I heard or I saw a TikTok today saying, oh, there's going to be I forgot what the matchup was, but this guy was complaining. He's like, with the length of the season, games like this should be prioritized so that they actually feel meaningful and fans it's like a must watch game. And he says, but the fact that one team is coming off a flight and the other team was already there resting, that already takes the matchup down a notch. I'm like, now you're asking for too much. Now you
Who's
want them
thinking
to
about
be in the
that?
same city. But then this guy was off his rocker. So now you want them to be in the same city from the day before for marquee matches. That's not a scheduling nightmare or anything, right?
No, but they're already like whenever like an East Coast team goes to the West, they make sure that they have a West Coast trip. So they're
Right.
gonna play Sacramento, LA, the Clippers, and Golden
Which makes
State.
sense.
Yes.
That's what all well, NFL is a different animal. That's what the other sports, baseball is a West Coast trip and vice versa. But yeah, the idea that and it wasn't a West Coast East Coast thing. I want to say it was the Bucks and damn, I don't
may,
remember who it was. But this guy was like even more like the babying, which is annoying.
baseball's got a little wacky with the schedule. I noticed I was looking at the schedule one year and it was like the Yankees go to Minnesota, then they go down to Tampa, then they're playing Kansas City. It's like, what? Minnesota's right near Kansas City. Why are we go? Why are we flying down to Tampa to come back up? Doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah, we did a
yeah,
zigzag one year, but I think this year, now that baseball, you're gonna play every team every year. I think they organize because on the Mets schedule, I see two West Coast trips, and they're true. Back in the day, the West Coast trip was San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Fran. So now it's one of those, and then it's the probably the Angels, Oakland, and Seattle
you
for the other
kids,
one.
you kids have no idea how good you have it.
Well,
Oh my
it's
no,
like me and Timmy talked
I
about
could I
it.
could say that with you, Timmy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Me and Timmy talked about it. Did you see the tweet that Stan Van Gundy did last week?
Yes,
And
and then
then
he
Cade.
misunderstood.
So, but it's like what Stan said. Like they were playing all 82 games at that time. They were going through the whole season, and there weren't as many injuries as there was now, and it was a more physical game there then than it is now. So it's like what is going on here? Like there's some sort of like spacing of either it's the too much conditioning. I don't know.
But you know what I think? I think I don't think it has anything to do with that kind of thing. I think it just borders down on protecting investments. The investments these days are more or come with a whole lot more risk and a whole lot more reward. Whereas back in the day, you had guys, coming from that era. Yeah, there was a meme that came up. Nolan Ryan, after throwing all these pitches, he was only able to muster up 16 strikeouts for his seventh career no hitter. Yeah, right. So there was, you know, maybe late '90s. Timmy knows about it just from living up there. But the Mets had an awesome threesome that were coming up, and they all hurt their arms. So that's investment. So maybe organizations behind closed doors started to do that without fans even realizing it, and now that's just the way it is.
But it
Pitchers
hasn't
on
helped them
average,
out.
it's just over 5 innings.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not like it's helped. Like look at the NBA. All these guys are hurt all the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's babying. It really is babying. I mean, look at Nolan Ryan. The guy pitched fucking over 20 years. He struck out fathers and sons. You know what I'm saying? That's how long he pitched. You'll never ever in a million years see that ever again. Because
but
that
is it
guys are going.
also
It's like 5 innings. You're done. Have a seat. 100 pitches.
Yeah.
Oh God, 100. You pitched 100. You threw 100 pitches. It's over.
my God?
Even the video games. 100 pitches. You
I got
guys
tired.
you started getting. I was like, dude, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The
keep
meter
going.
the meter starts going.
I'm gonna go until your fucking arm falls off. That's how much I hate that 100 pitches. It's ridiculous.
But is it also, are they really truly that injured that they couldn't play this game or that game, or is it again protecting investment? Maybe they tweaked their ankle and they're going to take an extra 2-3 games off with the guaranteed money.
Well, look at Kawhi.
Oof.
Kawhi's taken up how many games since he started in the league? When he was 20 years old?
It's ridiculous. Kawhi Leonard, like,
It doesn't make any sense.
See, this is why I will never say a team from today can beat a team from back in the day. It has nothing to do with skill. It has to do with balls. It has to do with that's why Jordan and them. I don't care. I know you hate Jordan, but you ask Jordan, he'll never say, "Well, this team can beat my team from back in the day." No, it has nothing to do with who's better, like at basketball. It had to do with who showed up every day, who played every day, who was tougher. That's exactly what it was. They're not tough these days.
But these things don't crop up in the playoffs. Is my point?
No. Yeah.
In the regular season, it's my he's got a tweaked ankle and it's I'm in an air cast and then I'm in a boot and then I'm out for now all of a sudden I'm out for 2.5 weeks. Then I gotta get back into basketball shape.
When you see your star wearing a suit more than you wearing a jersey, there's a problem.
Anthony Davis, they call him street clothes. So
Yeah. Or Mr. Glass.
Mr. Glass and he almost hurt himself coming back last night.
It's like anytime someone touches that man, I'm scared. If I was a Lakers fan, if I was LeBron James, I would just look at him and be like, Jesus, I'm 39 years old. How am I still doing this?
Knicks now have coughed up the 13-point lead. Knicks are up by 5.
Woo!
2:25 to go.
Which garden are they playing in?
Boston.
The lesser.
For 3.
The
For 3.
The lesser of the gardens.
It's a 2-point game now.
All right, let's
There's
move
a lot of
along here.
championships in that garden. Just
110, 108. Pistons up. Wow. Pistons are up by. I wonder if these guys took days off tonight. No, Kyrie's got 37. Durant is obviously out, but the Pistons are up by 9 with 3 minutes left over the Nets.
So I get now. Let me ask you both a question. That the famous Celtics Nets deal from back in the day. Would you say the Celtics finally won that trade? Think so? Finally?
Yeah.
After all these years?
They've made it to a finals. They have an Eastern Conference championship.
Because it took a long time. It took a long time. I was calling it a failure for a while, but I think they won.
As of right now, they won. If the Knicks, I keep saying the Knicks. If the Nets somehow pull off a championship win this year, then I would say it was even. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but all those guys are. Yeah, I guess. We had all those number 1 picks. That's why it was like every year. Celtics had like 3 number 1 picks. So you better fucking produce something with all these goddamn picks.
That's why I won't say that the Celtics lost it. It would either be right now they're winning it, but it can be where it's like a 50-50 thing if the Brooklyn gets a championship.
They won't. They won't.
They're playing pretty well up until. Well, is Durant even going to be playing around All-Star break? When's the All-Star game?
Normally it's like
I know. I
like
just
the
had the date.
second
February
week out
2nd.
of
February
February
nope.
2nd.
Sorry, February 19th.
Okay, I was like, normally it's
It's
like
after-
after Valentine's Day.
It's after the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
always too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reserves are going to be announced on February 2nd.
So bonus, baby. Let's go Kings.
Do you have a bet tonight? What do we got going on here?
No bets. No betting. I'm holding my bets for that Rihanna bet that I sent to you guys today. What song is it gonna be? The first song she sings.
I don't know not one name of her songs, any of her songs. So
You just
I don't
close your
care.
eyes and pick one.
Yeah.
I don't.
It might make you money.
She's another one on that list. I don't care. I don't get it. She's on the I don't get it list.
Did you see that whole
I
thing with
think-
Stephen A. Smith?
What?
With that he was promoting his book, and they asked something about if Rihanna or Beyonce, and he said Beyonce, and Dave's like, right. And, but apparently the Rihanna army online got upset and they started attacking Stephen A. Smith. So he went on his show and he was like, this whole damn thing's got way out of proportion. All I said, she asked me my opinion, of the two. Who would I rather, see? I'd rather go see Beyonce.
I think if he would have said Rihanna over Beyonce, it would have been a million times worse for him.
We got a tie game, gentlemen.
They said Beyonce or what I would have said like something like Kelly Clarkson, just to be a dick.
Yeah.
Just to get them all riled up, just to get them all, pissed off. Oh, here we go, Steve. Final possession. We have the ball. We can win it right now. You're watching it live, people, live, without violating copyright.
I am.
They're holding.
All right,
Live.
going
They're
over.
holding.
I'm
They're
watching.
holding.
Tim
They're holding for the last shot.
create a superstar. Just on
Here
my
we
screen.
go. Here we go. Guess we got the ball. And he missed it. Overtime.
Overtime.
Oh no.
Overtime.
Oh, it's overtime. Overtime. Okay.
Just more heartache.
Not for me. We were just down 10 when I sneezed. We were off.
I'm at 13. No, you were
That's not
13.
good. We were 13 down.
Ridiculous. Said I didn't.
Tatum.
No longer did I have my undivided attention.
Did you see that though? Tatum.
all right,
Tatum
so-
broke Grimes' ankles. He broke his
Oh,
ankles.
yeah,
He
yeah.
couldn't make the shot. All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
Anytime Tatum puts up a shot, it's like these stars put up. Ridiculous. All right, so I don't think we had anything. Lillard puts up 60 yesterday.
Now
Not
he's
the
third
first
on that
time.
list.
Yeah. Well, the guy, what's his name? That's never going to be caught.
Yeah, it's Wilt and then
Who?
Kobe, and then now Lillard is third, most 60-point games.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Um,
The boss is drinking a Pepsi Zero, not whiskey.
that's all I do is I do Pepsi Zero. Because if I drink regular Pepsi, I'm gonna get not the way I want to be. So,
I'm just saying this. It's not a whiskey. That's all I'm saying. I don't
oh,
care
it's not
about
a
the
whiskey.
soda
Yeah.
you're drinking.
Listen. Yeah, cause Summers. Hold on. Once as soon as we get to football, you could jump in.
You know what that was, right? That was the wife. He went. That's
No.
That's man talk for the wife. Said I can't drink today.
No.
Like, you've had
No.
enough.
Never enough.
Stop
After the show, we'll start tapping into that maybe.
I'm still waiting for my sponsor to come in.
White Claw, it's
Snapple.
coming soon.
White Claw, absolutely not. By the way, I did have a bet tonight on some NBA games, and the Nets have blown it for me. I mean, why would I think the Nets would beat the Pistons? The 29 and 18 Nets. Why would I think that they could beat the
Pistons are
12 and
playing well,
37
though.
Pistons?
Wait, at
12 and 37.
I thought they were playing better than
That's
that.
it was 6 and 19 on the road. So that makes sense to me. Take the Nets by 1.5. Sure. No, they're down by 11 with a minute 28 to go. Bullshit. Stupid. At home.
Vegas,
See,
baby.
that's what happens when I bet on the teams that I hate. They go to town on me. All right, what else are we talking about here? There it is. Is that going to happen? We'll get to it in just 1 second. LeBron James, he had one team left to score 40 points against, and that was the Clippers. He puts up 46 against them in a losing effort. They lose by 20 to the Clippers, and he gets a little riled up by the fans out there. I don't know if you saw the clip where the guy was on side and he says, you got to straighten this shit out. And LeBron's like, who the hell are you talking to?
It's not the first time that LeBron's got in like fan.
I know.
There's his skin. There was a lady, right, that also did the same.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. No, but she call him? She was rude.
She said something like "you suck." It was really bad. I remember
Yeah.
where even LeBron James and then the security's like,
The
"Watch your
security of the
mouth,
whoa,
lady."
lady. Yeah, whoa, lady.
If I'm going to heckle LeBron, my sign's gonna say "House Party sucks."
No, wait.
Space Jam 2 sucked. That kind of stuff.
Does this mean you watch House Party?
No, I saw
Oh,
the original.
not the original, the LeBron James one.
Do Kid and Play over LeBron James any day.
Well, I mean,
Even though
LeBron.
I
That
will
doesn't
admit
mean.
the hologram was funny. You handled the Miami thing perfectly. Your hairline's not receding. That was really funny. But other than that, no.
Oh my God, the hairline.
It might be a good movie. It might surprise you.
Come on, it might be. You never know.
I have Regal Unlimited. I might as well
WWE movies, some of them were
walk in and see it.
okay.
Wait, isn't it on like
Stone
HBO
Cold
Max?
one was good.
Is it on HBO Max already? It's in the theater.
I thought it was on HBO Max.
Oh, maybe. If that's the case, I'll still not watch it. But
So wait, what Stone Cold movie are you talking about?
The movie that he made on WWE films a long time ago, The Condemned.
That movie was amazing.
Yeah, no, I said you never know. It like could be like some of the WWE movies that no expectations, but it was good, and what an idea.
It was a good movie. I like that movie.
The Condemned, Chris.
yeah, I don't know. They had
You didn't
that
watch
one.
it?
They had that stretch run of WWE movies. It was like, all right, Kane's in a horror movie. Stone Cold's doing this.
That
The
one
Miz
also wasn't bad.
is doing that. I was like,
I never saw that one.
See No Evil.
was-
The first
See No
one,
Evil?
I saw only the first one.
Oh my God! But I'll never remember the date. I'll never forget the date it came out. You remember that whole lead up? It was Kane. He was like May 19th. Every
Oh, is that
week,
what that
May
was for?
19th.
You'll never forget just because of see that's good marketing. You never forgot
Yes,
it.
I'll never forget it.
I thought that was a Katie
all
Vick
right.
thing.
Let's let's go into baseball really quickly. We had one guy elected into the Hall of Fame, Scott Rolen. A lot being talked about that he may not deserve to be in, may deserve blah 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 blah. Now fan bases are starting to compare their almosts to Scott Rowland. Like I know it's not me. I'm not one of them. The Mets fan base is up in arms that Keith Hernandez is not in the Hall of Fame and Scott Rowland is.
Derek Lee.
Derek Lee.
Keith Hernandez is not in the Hall of Fame.
No,
Derek Lee had some good numbers.
he did. And so Keith Hernandez, lifetime, I think it was 290. I just looked it up because I was looking at comparing them. 292 hitter, 1,200 RBIs, 11-time Gold Glove, they split an MVP. Him and Willie Stargell. I think it was 79. That was
11 Gold Gloves puts you in the Hall of Fame category. right off the
11
bat.
Gold Gloves.
That's just that alone should put you in that conversation.
Yeah.
So Scott Rowland has slightly better numbers, home runs, RBIs, and like runs scored, lower average. Has 8 Gold Gloves. I mean, that's pretty damn good in and of itself. And I think the All-Star nominations were about the same, but no MVPs and one less World Series. Which in baseball, I mean, you could still talk about that, but it's a lot more difficult to say like Tony Gwynn sucks because he never won a ring.
Yeah.
No, that's not how
Okay,
that.
Griffey.
Or Griff, these guys suck because they never won a ring.
Okay, the last 6 shots of this game have been 3-pointers. Just saying.
That's how it is.
That's the NBA for you.
Can we all stop with the 3-pointers?
Wait, what was the score the other night? 150 to 140 something in one of the games.
Oh look, 3-pointer.
I mean, I think Scott Rowland deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but I think so do a bunch of other guys that doesn't make sense why they're not getting votes. Like I saw a TikTok that was comparing the votes from last season to this season, and there was guys who they voted for. I forgot who it was. It might have been like Mark Burley or somebody. And then this year they didn't vote for him. And it's like, what the hell changed in a year that you're like, last year like, oh yeah, he deserves a vote, and now you're like, nah, he doesn't deserve that vote. Like, it's not like he went out and played or did something to ruin his career. Like, Why doesn't he deserve the vote now a year later?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
The writer, well, maybe they only get a certain number of. Did they still use all their votes?
No,
So maybe some
they
meaning. Oh, okay.
didn't. They used one vote.
That's the only thing. Yeah, see, I'm trying to help the idiot, but
That's
I was
why.
gonna say maybe somebody this year he felt was better than Burley, so he dropped him off his ballot and gave it to the guy from this year. But
Nope,
okay,
he
then
didn't.
I don't know. But with
But
the writers, like Dan Lebitard. Do you remember what he did? I don't. Back in the day, he used to have a Hall of Fame vote. And what he did one year, he said, "Well, the fans should vote this." So he put a poll up, and yes, and well, he no longer has a vote. By the way, he put a poll up, and he voted the way that the fans voted on the poll that he put up, and he voted, and they took his vote away. So
You
now
know, I'll give you a perfect
his dad
example of
has
why
a
that
vote,
shouldn't
but he
happen.
doesn't.
Perfect example, and I'm going to use the Mets fans. I'm sorry, I'm going to use the Mets fans.
Yeah.
Because Ray Ordonez would be in the Hall of Fame right now if the Mets had their fucking vote. That's bullshit.
No. Listen, you know who would be David Wright and Reyes, those guys.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know. I would
Matt
hope
Harvey.
that Mets fan Matt Harvey.
No, because if we were in control of the vote, the worst people would be in the Hall of Fame. The worst people.
The worst people.
Aaron Hicks.
Nick Swisher would be in the Hall of Fame. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
Nick
saying.
Swisher would be Hall of Fame. Fucking right field would be the. It's ridiculous. 'Cause then it literally becomes a popularity contest.
Yeah, no, it can't be that. But
Yeah,
but they need to
They have to
need
fix it
to
somehow.
have to maybe explain their reasoning
Yeah, like why?
behind it's got to
why
be a
they're not-
valid.
They should have to use all 10 of their votes, or at least 5, half of them. But the fact that some of these guys are leaving it blank or just doing one vote, it's just like, okay, take that person's vote away. You don't want to vote, then you're not going to be able to vote next year. We're going to give it to
Give it
some
to
other
the
yeah.
podcast.
It's the fact that only one person got in this year because that's also stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb how they do it. Like football, you're guaranteed to have 5 guys at least every single year.
Yeah.
Every year you're gonna have that guy knocking on the door telling you're in the Hall of Fame.
Did
Baseball's like,
anybody
well,
come close?
this year you didn't make it. Sorry.
I mean, a good thing I saw was that A-Rod was up, like a whole point and a half in percentages from his like 34 to like 36 something. So let's go, A-Rod. We got this. Still got a couple more years left. You're going to make it.
He can't make it.
He can make it.
The floodgate's gonna open up if he makes it.
That's what we need.
But
Clemens,
it kind of should have
McGuire.
already with Poppy. With Poppy.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. So, the guys who are knocking on the door, Todd Helton, at 72.2, you need 75%. Billy Wagner at 68.1. Andrew Jones. If you look at his numbers, I think he certainly belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And his defense, that just because I have nightmares of surefire doubles or triples up the gaps that he used to rob, and like gliding over. Jeff Kent. This was a big thing. This was the big. Scott Rowland's getting in, and Jeff Kent isn't. This is his final year on the ballot. He lands at 46%, same as Beltran, 46.5%. And then who received one? See, but then
Well, what
like,
did David
these
Wright?
guys?
What did David Wright get?
No, David Wright is next year.
Oh, it's
David
next
Wright
year.
and Reyes but David Wright
Bartolo Colon?
Bartolo Colon is also on the ballot starting next year.
He would make the Hall of Fame if Mets
Even
fans
though
would
he's
have
not really retired. He's just been 5 years since he pitched. But he's never going to give up.
So he's not eligible next year then, because he's not technically retired. He's got to wait 5 more years.
Well, they showed him up on the ballot. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how that
supposedly
works.
supposed to be on. Maybe if he says, "Oh yeah, I'm officially retired."
Then you got to wait 5 more years. It's just the rules.
Maybe he comes out of retirement and it's not like the WWE when he just wrestles whenever. He retired 20 years ago. Still wrestling.
He'll pitch once a year, Undertaker style.
But but look at this. See, this just tells you that these guys don't take these things seriously, and there's like a sentimental thing behind them. R.A. Dickey got 1 vote. Bronson Arroyo got 1 vote. John Lackey, Mike Napoli, Houston Street got 1 vote.
Houston Street got a vote.
Houston Street got a vote, and and it's like this is embarrassing. Now you pop this up here, and these guys got votes, and now you got to be among the 7 guys who got nothing, got 0 votes. Jason Worth, haha, screw you. Jared Weaver, Johnny Peralta, J.J. Hardy, Andre Ethier, and you can laugh at this one, Timmy, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
No vote.
And like Matt Cain at least threw a perfect game in his career. Houston, what the hell did Houston Street? What do you say? 40 games once? Disrespect.
It's bad. That whole voting process it's terrible.
They need to fix it.
Yeah, they definitely got to fix it. All right, let's get into some football.
Whoop whoop.
Houston Street gets a vote, but automatically he's still waiting. It's like, are you kidding? Well, he's not getting it. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Pete Rose.
Pete Rose should definitely be in.
So many guys.
I don't care what he did.
Mm-mm.
That's all right. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's all we need.
He's in a Hall of Fame.
Yes.
You know what? Houston Street had a nice career, but not
a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's that one homer that gave him the goddamn vote? That's what I'm saying. It's so stupid.
Yeah. He saved 40 games twice. That's something for San Diego and Colorado and Los Angeles. Like those teams probably only won like 75 games. So
and it's like the one guy who didn't vote for Jeter for some fucking Boston.
Oh my God.
So that's why it's so stupid.
There you go, Summers. Jump on in. All right, so let's get into some football here. We'll go through the games from last weekend, unfortunately, and then we'll hop into what's going to be going on this Sunday. First game up, Jags Chiefs. You okay, Dave?
I said yay.
No, you didn't know. Jags and Chiefs. Listen, even with a hobbled ankle, and we'll see how that presents itself as we head into next week. But who was it? Henny? Is it Henny that's over there?
Chad Henny.
Yeah. First of all,
former Miami Dolphin.
Yeah, but they make it all look he drove 98 yards or whatever, but he almost got intercepted 2 or 3 times on the drive. They had a 15-yard penalty, a 40-something yard run. So he threw the ball, threw a 3-yard pass.
I mean, he looked better
and
than
Collinsworth was blowing him as hard as Mahomes. And so it didn't really matter.
Hey, Summers.
It doesn't matter.
He still looked better than another quarterback that played right after him.
Here's a guy.
saying.
All right, guy. Yeah, but let's talk about there's a difference in the defenses too. But we'll get to that. You can have your trollish moment. Even though yesterday on the show we announced the contract that you would like Daniel Jones to get this offseason. Remember what you texted us? 5 years, 165 guaranteed.
Yeah, not from the New York Giants. Let him go down to Tampa.
Come on, hold on to this, Knicks.
Why are you so
Knicks.
Tampa now? Why? What's your issue with Tampa? Like,
Who, Dave?
With Tampa?
Yeah,
No, he's talking shit about Daniel Jones. He doesn't want him as the Giants quarterback next year.
that's fine. And then who are you gonna go with?
No, we're not. Let's not skip ahead, Dave. We're not doing that.
Draft
Jags and
another
Chiefs.
quarterback for.
Hold on, Summers. So Mahomes goes down. Ankle obviously not the same after that. But they pull out the victory. The fraud nearly got the fraud. Trevor Lawrence almost got to the AFC Championship game.
You don't.
Yeah, go ahead, Summers.
You don't like Trevor Lawrence?
No. It's Kyle on. Well, that kind of on the network.
He called him a fraud after one game last year, so he made fun of him. You don't know that. You don't know the guy's a fraud after one game.
He's a good quarterback.
He is.
He seems pretty good, and he's going to get another weapon next year in Ridley. So that stuff's only going to get better. And they unlocked Evan Ingram. So
They unlocked them.
Just
Like a video game. Like a video game.
Yeah.
They got his grand badge.
So, any surprises here? I mean, I think we all picked the Chiefs here.
Knicks won.
Yes, they did.
I mean, I was surprised.
Knicks was 15-10 on the road. Wow.
Nah, no surprises. Kelsey was always open.
Yeah.
Mahomes
No, but I was just surprised after Mahomes went down that they didn't just, I don't know, like, bro, send the house on him.
I
And
know.
it hurt him again.
My thing is when Mahomes
There's a
went
spirit,
down,
Dave.
that's when you as the Jags have to capitalize. Turnover, touchdown, field goal. Get something on the board.
He was barely able to hand off the ball, and somehow, like, it's, like, still, that's why I was more shocked that they won. I know I picked them, but with the injury, I thought, okay, like, I think the Jazz are going to have a better chance, and no, it didn't
I was
look like they
pulling
did.
for Jacksonville. I can't stand Mahomes, but hey, that's another story. I think everybody hears why.
Acting Mahomes, yeah. It's a little salty, a little salt in the wounds still. That's what's going on down there. So they had the effective ground game. Pacheco almost ran for 100 yards. So, when it comes down to talking about MVP, I chimed in on this guy put up a TikTok and talking about how Hurts is the MVP, clear cut over Mahomes. But I said to him, you got to take into consideration that the cheetahs lost. There is no cheetah. The cheetahs, sprinted to Miami, and he's still getting this team to the AFC Championship game. Hurts missed a couple of games. Even when and in one of the games that he missed, even with Gardner Minshew, they put up 34 points. The guy tried to put it on Minshew. I'm like, well, your defense gave up 40. So, in that scenario, we're going to talk about some of the awards here, also. But in that scenario, I take Mahomes over Hurts.
Unfortunately, yes, I agree with
Yeah.
you.
Wait,
Come on, Summers. Okay to say that.
when did I know this doesn't affect it because it was the start of the season and everything's in season, and I get that. But if you're doing the playoffs, the MVP from when Brock Purdy started to now, he is the MVP.
Yeah, but that ain't happening.
No, I know. I'm just saying though.
Yeah.
He came in with zero expectations.
No, he's
Kind of like
undefeated.
another
It's ridiculous.
quarterback.
Don't you dare! Don't do
No,
that.
I'm not saying that.
You sound like Bill
him.
Simmons right now.
I like him though. I do because he came from nowhere. Nobody expected him to.
No, of course. That's. I feel like there's never been a team with so many stars like the 49ers have.
True.
That is like people are going to be rooting for them as the underdog story because of Purdy.
Yeah.
The last pick in the draft.
Well, yeah, of course.
When was the last time that happened?
Every non-football fan will be rooting for that. So
and that's why
That's
Stephen
built
A.
in.
Smith was fantastic when he was yelling at Michael Irvin. He's like,
Yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft beat Dak Prescott.
I kind of want them to win, but I don't know if this week they'll win though. I don't know because Jalen Hurts.
Well, save your picks. You're jumping around again. Save your picks we're gonna do our picks in a little bit. All right, so Jags Chiefs, that's done. I'm gonna let Dave, because Dave did not have an opportunity to talk about this yesterday. So I'll let Dave vent a little bit about this game. I handed it. Remember how over the previous weeks we said good, bad, and ugly, how we start the Giants show. And lately, it's been a lot less ugly, and even not so much bad. But there was no good or bad category from Timmy yesterday. It was all ugly from A to Z.
Ah,
Ah.
I see what you did there.
It's always thinking. It's always moving.
Oh, man. So I'll start off how I watched this game. So I was on a cruise this past weekend, and I was at the sports bar, like all excited. I wasn't dressed up in Giants gear. I was dressed up.
Tim's like, and you're still alive.
I was dressed up in formal gear, and I don't know what the hell was going on, but
So it's your
80
fault. 'Cause you weren't
80%.
wearing Giants gear.
I never wear
Damn,
Giants
you weren't-
gear. I never
You
wear
weren't
Giants
in the
gear.
United States.
That could be that. I never wear Giants gear to watching the game because I'm superstitious about that. Unless I'm physically at the game, I don't wear the gear at home. So I'm watching. 80% of that bar was Eagles fans. 2% was Giants fans, and the other 8 were just casual football fans. And it was the most
It's a nightmare.
annoying thing that I've ever witnessed, and this is exactly why I think the Eagles fan base are the worst fan base ever. Like Red Sox are, you guys, take a seat. The Eagles are the worst fan base in the entire world. I saw a guy wearing a Daniel Jones jersey, just like talking to like an Eagles guy, and he goes, I was literally right there. I was like, bro, I was disgusted. He goes, I don't talk to people from Jersey, and just turned his head on him, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these people? And they were winning at that. It was like 14-0. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Well,
They're always angry.
that's
So
like I lived in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and that is a huge Philly place.
Ugh.
Like Philly is.
I've never
bigger,
even been to Philadelphia.
Is bigger than Philly and Hershey is bigger than Pittsburgh and Hershey. It's ridiculous the amount of things.
It's a shithole, Philly, except for like the the Rocky statue and like the nice parts of the American Revolution. Otherwise, shithole.
Well, that's
I'll-
what
Brian
I'll go to
Hobbs
Allentown
always
one
tells
time,
me.
and that's it.
But that's
Brian
what
Hobbs
Luke tells
sucks.
me too. My
Is he
brother-in-law.
from Philadelphia. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But the first thing he does, if he texts me while he's there, he'd be like, "Yeah, just landed. The city smells like it always has, just like piss." Okay.
Yeah, Luke
Well,
says
alright.
the same thing too. It's a
Shithole.
dope. Yeah.
Well, Daniel Jones was exactly who we thought he was.
No, he wasn't.
Clumsy. Oh, come on. The first quarter of the game, that guy couldn't stand on his 2 feet.
Maybe
It was
that has,
ridiculous.
he tripped over his lineman twice.
Whose fault is that?
The lineman.
It's him. He should be
The
aware
lineman's
of
getting
that.
pushed.
Wait
He
a
should
second.
be
Wait a
aware of
second.
that.
Wait a second. I asked you
How can I hear
to
you
talk
now?
about the game, and
can
you
hear you.
start with Daniel Jones.
Yes, I'm gonna start with the guy who couldn't do anything. He's mustering up
Timmy's
this.
lost
He
this.
should get this contract. No, I don't want him. He can't do it. 3 times twice he got destroyed by the same team. We should have
So
put.
who do you want
We
then?
should have put Webb.
Wait,
was
but
it
wait,
Webb? We
wait,
should
wait.
put Webb out there
We're
better.
doing it he again. It's not.
It's him. It is him. We should have.
How
put
many
our
points did he
second
give up?
We should have put our second string out there because he
Fourth
did a way
and
better
8?
job against that team in week 18.
4th and 8, coaching.
Give me Webb. I think that's his name. Give me Webb over him against that Eagles team, and I guarantee
Who
it's
do you
not
want?
38-7. That's
Who cares?
embarrassing. It's
Who
embarrassing.
cares if it's 38-7 or
Who do you want
Maybe it's good because I missed all
other
that.
than him though?
oh.
No, wait. Like I was saying, Dave, the line was getting pushed so far back. He was tripping over his own guys. Those guys aren't supposed to be back there. They're supposed to be pushing forward. They're pushed 5 yards back into the backfield.
But isn't he the second coming of Josh Allen, where he can be able to run and stuff like that? He wasn't doing that.
He couldn't. He couldn't do
He could've.
anything. Nobody could have done anything in that
He
game.
could've.
They
But what did
bullied
Barkley
us.
do?
They bullied
did-
us.
What did Dayball do? Ugh.
Dayball made the worst call in fucking
I
Giants. One of the worst
could
calls in
not
history.
believe that.
You don't do that bullshit. That
That
screwed
deflated
them up.
like
Yeah.
right. If you punt that and maybe you get a stop, but that going forward on 4th and 8 as a fan deflated the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what are we doing? I thought maybe they would try and drum off, but it was 4th and 8. Now it's going to be 4th and 3. What's the point?
Yeah, it
So
didn't
I'm
make
like,
any
okay, they're
sense.
going for it.
That was. I don't know.
I'm
why he
not,
missed it so
I'm not
earlier.
defending Joan, but the
No.
whole team was shit. The whole team was bad. I said, and that line got abused so badly that Jones couldn't do nothing, Barkley couldn't do nothing, the wide receivers couldn't do nothing. So it was just like it's last year all over again.
I mean, they could barely do nothing.
That's
Who-
it. That's what I'm saying.
They normally can barely do anything.
Besides Daniel Jones, is my question. A rookie?
no,
What?
give me Aaron Rodgers.
No, there's There's not.
No, I'm not giving up 3 number 1 picks for Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Give him
Wait,
Daniel
but wait.
Jones, send
He's
Kenny
a John
Galladay over there.
McQueen.
They're not. No, they already have Love there. I heard that the Jets thing might have to be two first rounders and Sauce Gardner.
Ooh.
Sauce Gardner, they give him up. They're fucking stupid.
Yep.
And you know what that means? It's gonna happen because the Jets are fucking stupid.
And the defense, then the defense is no longer. Well, we'll see. I don't want to jump ahead, but the defense is not nearly as good as it was.
No,
And that's part of the allure of going to the Jets right now. Young receivers, that can definitely generate space, and a championship, I think, caliber defense. Like you put that Jets defense on the Giants, and the Eagles aren't putting up 38 points and 44 points and whatnot.
No, they'll be putting up.
But
31.
if you listen back to the show from yesterday, we attacked everybody. It wasn't every
I
the
couldn't sit there
line
after the second
interior
half.
is disgusting. Me
neither.
Tim couldn't either. I like to have self-misery problems. So 4th and 5 with 7 minutes left, down whatever, it was 28-7. Then they punt.
Yeah, that made no sense.
Like, what are you doing? Why? Well, because now you don't want to run the score or something? I don't know.
Well, Dave, like I said yesterday,
waving the flag.
I said they showed exactly all our holes. We need inside linemen, we need linebackers, we need and we need weapons on offense, which we just don't have.
Yeah, because if you take out Saquon and Daniel Jones, and that's it. We're
Shut down corner.
That's it.
We Giants and the Vikings were last and next to last in run defense, and Kenneth Gainwell 12 carries for 112 yards. And a touchdown. I don't remember how many Hurts ran for, but the run defense killed us in the first game against the Eagles. This guy scored 3 touchdowns. Miles Sanders had 165 yards or whatever, and again, I mean 12 for 112. Those are big chunks.
You watched the entire game, boss?
I did. I was outside, whiskey stuff. Yeah, but it was outside.
Is that why there's no whiskey today? You finished the whiskey on Saturday?
I did, but I replenished. Let's see what Raul says here. Giants were outclassed in talent. The Eagles' talent is much more superior than the Giants. I love the Giants, but they need more talent to compete in championship, from my opinion. Absolutely. And Timmy said this, although I did think at the time it was too premature, and it was, but it caught up to us. Right after that whooping, a lot of Giants fans were like, that's it. The coaching and the effort will only take us so far, but the talent is going to catch up. So a lot of fans thought season over at that point. We were going to cough up the playoffs. Didn't happen, but it did catch up big time this week. Yeah. And meanwhile, their number one wide receiver somehow is pissed off, even though they won the game. Deep is AJ Brown.
Fucking Eagles. I hate the Eagles.
All right. Sunday, we're moving right along to Sunday's game. First game was the Bengals and Bills. I had a nice little parlay going in here. I didn't have to tease nothing. I put the parlay at Bengals plus 5.5, and I had the Niners -4. Niners made me sweat a little bit, but Bengals had it in the bag from the very beginning. Timmy, what was it like in the house?
Quiet.
Yeah.
They were all out, so it was quiet. Yeah, no, I was solo on that one because they all went to do their thing. Yeah, man, I was shocked. And I said, especially because the line for the Bengals was so banged up. I'm thinking the Bills are going to get this. No, like they just
only reason I picked the Bills.
Yeah, the same thing. That's why I picked them. I said because I rolled them all year. I picked Bills 49 Super Bowl. I had to ride them all year. I wasn't going to go against them in the fucking divisional round. So, which hint, I'm going with the 49ers also still. But yeah, it was just another one of those things. Also, and I like how they put this. Josh Allen is Superman, but he still needs another Justice League. He still needs it. He can't be doing the shit that they want him to do by himself.
Yeah.
And even Diggs isn't enough. And Diggs fucking stormed out of there like a big fucking baby that he is.
And they're best friends. They're like they love each other. They're like really close.
He tried to storm out.
That's a family thing. Maybe that's a
I think
the
Bills need they need to replenish their offensive line a little bit, and they need another weapon, and they need a real. I know there's not many of them, but picture them with a Josh Jacobs or a Tony Pollard next year.
Oh yeah,
Tony Pollard.
Whole different team next year.
Tony Pollard.
Well, I mean, they also took hits on defense too.
Yeah. They did. They lost Von Miller, and then
and there were people that had the nerve to say the Von Miller thing was not going to impact them. I mean, because they didn't have him last year, but they didn't have him last year, and they couldn't get to where they needed to be, and they added him. The Bengals look very comfortable in the snow, and the Bills look like a dome team. Couldn't handle the weather, says Raul.
Yeah,
I saw Higgins and Boyd. They were commenting on how this is the first time they ever played in the snow, and then when they did the Snow Angels, I forgot. I think it was Chase. He was like, "I'm not getting on that ground. It's too cold."
It's cold.
But yeah, the Bengals with the knockout punch relatively early. You didn't think that the Bills were going to put up 10 points. And Timmy, to your point, the offensive line, Josh Allen can move around and maneuver and do things like Pat Mahomes can do, but he's not as accurate. So when he's got to be forced out of the pocket and he throws on the run, he's throwing picks into that end zone and down near the goal line. I
blame the announcers for that one. I blame the announcers because Josh Allen hasn't thrown an interception in the end zone in 15 years. Boom, next fucking play, it's an interception.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, exactly.
Steph Curry the other night, he was shooting free throws. Did you see that?
Yeah, they yelled at the announcer. Exactly.
He pointed at the announcer. He's like, "No, it wasn't me."
He went right to him. He's like, "It was you. I know it."
So yeah,
that was hilarious.
No, but I mean, and the Bengals, Joe Burrows. Let me tell you right now, he's the new fucking Joe Cool. He's the new Montana. He's that new. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you throw at me. That's his face, like this. I don't care.
There's no more likable quarterback in the league right now.
Because he's just like he's old school too. He's like, I don't care. They're gonna rush 10. I don't care. They're gonna do. I don't care. Like, whatever. They can rush 10. I'm gonna fucking hit one of my 3 awesome wide receivers or my tight end or my running back for a fucking pass. That's how many weapons they have on offense.
I love the refund thing that he said at the end of the game.
Yes.
You get the refunds.
Because of the Atlanta game.
He's got it.
He's got everything. I'm jealous.
Josh Allen doesn't.
No, and look, for the last 2 years, it's been the 2 top quarterbacks has been Mahomes and Allen. That's the only 2 that you've heard. And now don't say Brady. Don't you dare do it. And now all the talk is Burrow and Mahomes. And now, and we'll get our picks here in a few. But now Burrow has the opportunity to go in and beat Mahomes again.
So now you got the 3 best all in the AFC. So it's
question.
That's crazy too.
Who would you rather build a team with, Mahomes or Burrow?
Burrow.
Mahomes.
Mahomes is a crybaby bitch.
Thank you.
He's a winner.
He's a
no, he's not.
Wait.
He's a winner?
He has a Super Bowl, right? How many does Burrow have?
He beat Tom Brady.
He has an ugly
wife. See what you made me do? You made me say he beat
Burrow.
Tom Brady, and I hate saying stuff.
He hasn't beat Joe Burrow yet, though.
Doesn't matter. Burrow doesn't have a championship ring.
Yes, his wife is ugly. His wife is ugly. That just proves that he's not a winner. He talks like Kermit. He talks like Kermit the Frog. He's a loser.
Joe Burrow, he
has cool hair.
What if? Okay,
Joe Burrow will finish with more Super Bowl wins than fucking Pat Mahomes when their careers are done.
Yeah,
I'm saying it now.
Yes,
now.
Patrick Mahomes is good only because of the system he plays in. You give
what?
Oh no. Let me finish. Their backup came in and led a 90-some yard drive.
No. But that was very misleading. I
don't care.
I spoke
I'm
about
just saying he's a system
but
quarterback.
He led nothing. No. There was a 40. because I thought the same, and then my eyes were open. It was a 45-yard run, a
Penalties.
15-yard penalty. That's 60 yards right there, and then there was a couple more runs. I think he only completed. It was like 2 of 3 or something.
But if you ask Chris Collinsworth, now Andy Reid, that was a fucking great drive by him. Shut up, you stupid asshole.
Chad Henne.
Andy Reid.
Chad Henne's a genius.
Andy Reid is a great coach, and I am glad Andy Reid he finally has his ring.
Timmy does not share that sentiment.
But only him. But only him.
I say it nicely.
Andy
I
Reid
don't
walked
like
by me,
Travis
I would throw him a fish. He looks like a
I
walrus.
don't like Travis Kelce because everybody compares him to Rob Gronkowski, and
Kelsey's
Gronk
better.
was
Kelsey's
way
gonna be better.
Chris,
Kelsey's better.
Chris,
way better overall tight end.
Chris, I'm going to fire you right now. Gronk is nowhere near Kelsey.
Kelsey is open, like Timmy says,
Gronk
on every
in his
single play.
Gronk in his prime would bitch Travis Kelce.
No,
he
I don't
wouldn't.
think so.
He doesn't even have a. He should still be playing if he had his prime.
It's his bad.
Kelsey's going to play 15 more years.
But
No,
listen,
the reason why Kelce is good is because Gronk was bigger, stronger than Kelce. In Gronk's body, it just.
Oh, the thing is that he had to carry Brady for so long that he laughed that much, right? Is that what it is?
This time.
There's no way Gronk is
You
better
want
than
to
fucking Travis Kelce.
okay? You want to compare Mahomes to Brady?
What
7-1. Enough said.
the hell are you
but-
talking about? Who
But
Ring-
Mahomes is 1-0 against Brady, so head to head.
I got news for you. He
No,
didn't
he's
win
not.
He
No,
didn't
they're
win.
1-1.
Mahomes hasn't even been in the league for 7 years.
It doesn't matter.
Tom Brady didn't win those rings by himself, by the way. So let's stop
And
saying
Mahomes.
Tom. I didn't say he did. Stop saying he has 7 and Mahomes has 1, because no, the Patriots have 6 or whatever it is, and the Chiefs have 1. That's what you can say.
I think Vinatieri has 3, no?
Exactly. Vinatieri has 3. Vinatieri is the
Dable has
real
5 as a
MVP
coach.
of the Patriots.
And Bill Belichick has like 10. I don't even know 8, 9. I don't even know.
A horrible snow rule change that changed the face of football is the
Oh
MVP
my
of that
God.
first game, that first Super Bowl.
Okay.
Then you get Adam Vinatieri. He's the other MVP.
But so Dave, if let's say the Bengals win this Sunday, do you still take Mahomes based on the 1 ring? Let's say they lose the Super Bowl to the 49ers.
Why would it be the Niners?
Yeah, of course.
Who
I'd
said
still
the
take
Niners
Mahomes.
were going?
I'm throwing that out there, Summers. I said that.
I'm
That's
just-
why I set that up like that.
I would still take Mahomes because Mahomes still got it done. It's like saying, am I going to take Jim Kelly over Phil Simms? No.
Why? Kelly is vastly superior.
Okay, let me ask.
Couldn't
you
get it done
okay.
ever. 4 times in a row?
Okay,
Not
Dan
his fault.
Marino. Dan
Not taking Marino
or
either.
Patrick Mahomes? Dan Marino or Patrick Mahomes right now?
I'm taking Mahomes every
Not right
day.
now.
Over Dan Marino?
You mean in their prime?
Oh, wait. Over Dan Marino.
Yes. Again, another guy who didn't get it done.
At least he has a good
His
looking wife.
team.
But
At least
wait. Yeah,
At least
that's
he was
a
an Ace
different
Ventura.
scenario because you're comparing now him to Dan Marino.
Yeah. He's
But-
a
but-
great quarterback.
Okay, but do you want to take Dan? Let's take Dan Marino's stats for the same time that Mahomes has been in the league, and 0 rings. Marino got there the first year, never made it back.
Yeah.
So, like, and a lot of that's the team.
Okay.
I'm the first one to say don't throw it all on the quarterback.
Okay. And then let's take Tom Brady's rings. He's in how many years has Mahomes been in the ring? Been in the
Can you stop calling him
5
that?
5 years?
The
5?
FCC is going to violate us.
I just caught that he calls it
So
that.
did
Five?
I wasn't sure if he said it the first couple times.
He's
5
from
years?
deposit. He's from deposit. There's no.
5? 5 years, right? Brady
Mahomes,
would have 2. Or
and you
3.
call him that just because he was
2 or 3
his
rings.
team
I
beat
know.
the Bucks, and
2
you're
or
not
3
even a Bucks fan.
No. No, by now with the Patriots, you take Brady's rings and compare them to Patrick's rings. Patrick has been in the league, what, 5 years? Brady would have, let's see, 3 rings. In a what's more, a 3 or 1? I'm just asking Dave a question.
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! I don't believe it!
It's 3 more than 1, or is my math off?
You're not very popular.
No, what's more, a 3 or 1?
But why?
But we're forgetting about it's a team sport.
Okay. The Chiefs team and the Patriots team. Which quarterback has more rings in the 5 years Mahomes has been the starter?
The Patriots.
Wait a second, but you
Tom Brady's
just
been the starter for the Patriots in his first 5 years.
But
Yes,
you just you completely took what Tim said and twisted it right back around to what you wanted to say. You said, okay, well, the Chiefs have 1, and the Patriots would have 3. Which quarterback has more rings? You just brought it right back to your same question.
Which team had? But early on, Brady had
where would you put the levels of defense? Chiefs, Patriots.
And you
Exactly.
give the Patriots defense back in 2001 or 2003 or whenever you want, 2004, you put them against this Chiefs team, the Chiefs don't have a chance in hell.
You guys said that in 07.
The Patriots only won because of 9/11 that first year.
It doesn't matter. They still won.
Because it was fixed.
Thank
Just
you.
like the Red Sox only won because of the marathon bombing. Fixed.
Thank you.
Fixed. What are you thanking me for? It's fixed.
All
So,
right.
okay. So that tells me that Brock Purdy is going to win the Super Bowl. Mr. Irrelevant is going to become irrelevant.
Where's the
Why?
connection there?
Why? Because the 49ers have had why? What disaster happened this year in San Francisco?
Because Mr. Irrelevant is their quarterback.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it does.
You're comparing Brock Purdy being the last pick to the fucking marathon bombing in 9/11?
On the field similar way. Drew Bledsoe went down.
Here, let's trigger Summers some more. Raul says Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion, and is better than Tom Brady, even though Montana won 4 and Brady won 7. And again, it's the team.
Montana didn't need a kicker to win the fucking Super Bowl for him. He did it himself.
But Montana also had Jerry Rice all throughout his career.
And this guy had Randy Moss, and he lost the Super Bowl to the Giants.
Randy Moss.
1 year.
Randy Moss, who used to hyper levitate 7 feet into the air, leaping over 4 guys at once.
1 year.
By the way, playing against the Patriots that year in Madden, frustrating as all hell.
Or
Yeah,
fantasy.
you couldn't stop him.
I don't know what background we're using, and I lost it.
But anyway,
Yeah, I got you.
I lost it. Now we're on Skyline Reviews.
So back
Because I got frustrated.
this year in Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. If Joe Burrow wins it this year, I'm taking him over Mahomes. I am still taking him over Mahomes. But that's just me. Because I don't like Patrick Mahomes. I didn't call him Mahomes. I called him Mahomes.
You have to be a little.
I don't like him. I don't like everybody comparing him to Brady.
Listen, you need to get off this fucking Tom Brady thing. It's going to ruin your life.
But
It's going to ruin your life, dude. You need
but
an
there's only
intervention.
one comparison.
You need a Tom Brady intervention is what you need.
There's only one one-on-one matchup. Just like Eli is far superior than Tom Brady.
Yep.
Far superior.
It's not even a question.
If you're comparing the way you're comparing it, then
Right
Eli
there.
Manning is the Jesus Christ of football compared to Tom Brady. If that's
Oh, look at that.
just
Look at
saying.
that beautiful.
That
Look at
ball
that catch.
hit the ground, period.
What?
No, it's
Not.
I will go to my grave saying that ball hit the ground.
Then you're wrong because
Blind?
every replay shows it didn't.
And
Then your boy dropped. Then your boys would have touched the ground too.
Even the players knew it didn't touch the ground. Because they all stood up like, "Wow, that was a fucking catch."
He was trying to punch the ball.
Vince
That was- yeah.
Wolford, he claims he heard a whistle. That's why he didn't take down.
Oh, blah 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 blah. Anyway, it's the excuse machine from.
Well, ladies and
16
gentlemen,
years
we know
ago.
this is Chris's last time on the show.
Yeah, Ed got your tickets for 80 for Brady. You got that going?
No.
Listen, I gave away passes at like 15 different cities.
Chris is he's gonna be the first one in line screaming at all these little old ladies.
No, he's gonna be the 80. If you when he gets older, he's gonna go see Tom.
I'm sorry. It's getting-
Tom's gonna have like a speech or something, and Summer's gonna be front row with his
No.
gear on.
No, I told Luke when Tom Brady gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, I want to go.
Tom Brady needs. I don't know if he's ever seen the movie The Fan. I just need to watch out. Bengals, Bills. That's the Bills. The whole thing in Hamlin and the stupidity of that's not him. That's a body double. I don't know if maybe Summers thinks that too. But it was a body double, and look at him. He's like, well, it's not too far fetched. But then Hamlin came out and he put stuff on his Instagram. Anyway, so another conspiracy theory that's out there. Allen covered me. I had a bet on him for 251 to 300 yards, and he nailed it on the final play, 13-yard catch. All right, final game of the night of the weekend was the Cowboys and the 49ers. Way to go, 49ers. Appreciate the assist there. Knocking out these Cowboys. Showing once again that Dak ain't him. Dak is not him. And by the way, Dak, $46 million he's gotten this year to play. How many games did he wind up playing? 11? 11 games, and then
It's
beat
still
Tom
pretty
Brady.
Oh.
Cowboys, chest all puffed out, these fans. And then back to reality.
It's sad when you
Disco.
realize that if you would have started Cooper Rush and Tony Pollard, you probably would have went further. But no, you got to give that fat fuck and this horrible quarterback there. You give him all that money, you got to let him play.
kind of
Pollard
like,
going down.
That was it. It was over after that. Now you got to rely on Zeke to run more than 15 yards, which you can't do. The
Well,
fullback,
maybe if Dak isn't turning over the ball,
he's-
he doesn't turn over the ball. The Niners don't lose that game. I mean, the Niners don't win that game if he doesn't turn over the ball.
but he does turn over the ball. That's what he does. That's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
know.
That's
I'm
he's
saying
a turnover
it's
machine.
Dak's fault, not poor little Zeke's fault.
But what did Zeke do?
Don't call him little either. Little Zeke.
You don't call him
He
little.
calls him an Ewok.
By the way,
Ewoks are
little,
big.
A
by
fatty
the way,
walk, though.
well, he calls him a fatty walk. There's a differentiation in there. What was I gonna say on that? Oh well, now Zeke is saying that he's willing to take a pay cut, and restructure his contract so that they can bring in some more talent.
no,
Good luck with
Trade
that.
Oh, is Dak gonna do that?
or caught him.
Dak is the guy who needs to do it.
Caught him. I caught him.
Like what's Zeke at? 14 a year or something like that?
I caught,
Is
if
that
they-
as much as McCaffrey? McCaffrey right now is at 16 something.
Yeah.
I'd caught Zeke if you can in sign Pollard.
Pollard's gone.
Well,
I think Pollard, because if they'll be depending on what Zeke decides to do with his contract, but Pollard has proven that he can carry an offense on a every down, being an every down back, and if he gets involved in an offense, if the Bills fix their line, and then you bring him in alongside Singletary or instead of Singletary, and that's a huge upgrade right off the bat. Then Josh Allen can focus on passing the ball more accuracy instead of having to take off.
running for his life, every other play.
The Dolphins need a running back. But Pollard might be a name.
And a quarterback.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think.
oh, did you see that the Tom Brady thing today?
What?
See but I don't know if I don't see that like when they put those videos. I don't know if it's an older video that they're just posting now. But this guy was filming Tom Brady taking a tour of a private school in Miami.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And the guy, when Brady sees him, the guy's like, "You sign with the Dolphins? You gonna sign with the Dolphins next year?" And Brady just walks away.
I don't.
But next week he might be checking out schools in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah.
Next week you might be checking out schools. You don't know. It's just
In
one of
New
those
England.
things.
And he fakely cursed out this guy Jim Gray on his podcast. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that's Tom Brady's podcast?
Him and
And
Larry.
Jim Gray and
Let's
and
go.
who?
Larry
Yeah,
Fitzgerald.
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, but Jim Gray's on there, and so he said, "Whoa, so do you have a timeline or that?" And then Brady says, "Well, if I knew, I would have fucking done it already."
Yep.
Like snapped at him, and a lot of people are saying that might have been scripted.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. I mean,
Everything's a work. Come on now. Like
Everything's
with the
a work
great
these days.
AZ, Eric Santa said everything's a work.
part of me
Everything's
kind
a
of
work.
wishes
And
he
nobody's
would
a good
retire
worker.
because I don't want him to get hurt on the field and have to have him stretcher out on the field. If that makes sense.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think so? I don't know if you're familiar with what's going on with the FTX company and all the money involved, the bankruptcy down here in Miami, and Brady and Giselle. These guys were all involved in it, involved with it. Do you think that the reason that he is not retiring or that he unretired was because he's got that Fox deal afterwards to go be a commentator, right? So when he retires from football, that's going to kick in. Do you think that he or his lawyers are thinking that FTX can come after that contract if he's in it?
I don't know because he's a part owner of it.
He
just had
has
money in it?
he had a ton of money
So he's
invested
just
in
gonna.
it.
But I feel like
But-
he's just gonna lose his money then.
Yeah.
Or- I don't think that
But-
they'll come for it unless.
But did he go? Did the bankruptcy? I don't know what the agreements were, who put in what money, but it was just something in the back of my mind that, like, Giselle's obviously on the list of people to give money to that company also, but it just dawned on me like that came out right after Brady decided to come back. So I'm just thinking my own little conspiracy theory, which is feasible. It's not like the whatever Damar Hamlin having a body double. I don't know. I just wanted to get your thought on it. I thought about it a couple days ago, and I'm like, man, maybe this is a thing. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't
Pure
think he could-
bankruptcy. But he's all about being the best. He's all about being the best and protecting this and protecting his brand. I'm just wondering if that it's not more so the money; it's the brand about it.
I don't know. Well,
Far-fetched.
God, Ed is kidding me today.
All right, so let's get into the games for this Sunday.
Woo!
No, let's get into the awards. No, I got it right here. All right, I want to go through some of the finalists for the MVP. It's Josh Allen, it's Joe Burrow, it's Jalen Hurts, it's Patrick Mahomes, your homeboy, and I mean, just it's an accomplishment in itself that Justin Jefferson's part of the finalist list. I mean, you even heard Rodgers say that this is a quarterback award, which is obviously it is. But who's rapid around here? Who's your pick? Allen, Burrow, Hurts. I'm not even going to say Jefferson, unless you guys think Jefferson will win. But Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Mahomes.
I'm going to say Mahomes because, like you said, Burrows has 3 wide receivers that he can throw to a tight end, a running back. So I think it's a little, I'd still give it to Mahomes, even though I don't like him either.
I'm giving it to my homie too.
My homie. Let's
My
see.
homie.
Summer, is he going to be salty or
Joe Burrow,
Joe Burrow?
the next Tom Brady,
I wouldn't be surprised if he won, though. I wouldn't be.
No.
No,
the next GOAT.
my homie.
Ed, I already counted you on that one, my homie.
Are we adding this to the records thing? Because I feel like that will help me catch up.
It would definitely give you an opportunity. Bend the rules for certain reasons. Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go with Mahomes on that MVP. Defensive Player of the Year: Nick Bosa, Chris Jones, and Micah Parsons. Summer, start with you on this one.
Parsons? Yeah.
Dave.
I'm gonna go the ridiculously good-looking Nick Bosa.
I picked Micah Parsons in the beginning in our pre-year
I think you did.
thing, and I won last year Defensive of the Year. I'm going to win this year Defensive of the Year, so I'm going to go Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I'm going Micah Parsons also.
Who we could have had, and we didn't take him.
Parsons, damn it. See, exactly, Ed. Offensive Player of the Year: Tyreek Hill. By the way, this solidifies Mahomes more. The Offensive Player of the Year left.
Or it just tells you how great Tua is. That's it.
You don't even believe what you just said. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts is up for this as well. Justin Jefferson and your boy Mahomes.
Offensive player, I'm going Justin Jefferson then.
Yeah,
Dave?
I wouldn't give it to any of the QBs unless they want to justify giving something to Hurts.
One that didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jefferson.
Jefferson. Clean sweep there. Let's see if Ed chimes in
Which
here.
Which is something that I said. I don't understand offensive player and then MVP. How can you be the best offensive player and not win MVP? To me, that doesn't make sense. Change the name of the MVP and make it the quarterback award, like Aaron Rodgers said.
Yeah. Because the MVP is never a defensive player, so it's offensive and it's always a quarterback. Just do it.
Exactly. So how is it that Aaron Rodgers is the MVP of the league, but he wasn't the best offensive player? He plays offense. Like it's mind-boggling.
All right, Rookie of the Year: Brock Purdy. Like Timmy said, Brock Purdy. Kenneth Walker from the Seahawks and Garrett Wilson from the Jets. Timmy?
I think I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to say Garrett Wilson because he had nobody throwing to him, and he still had a fucking dominant year. So I'm going to go Garrett Wilson for the Jets.
And he had his wide receiver partner basically give up on him for several games, demand to be traded.
Yep.
Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson as well.
Chris?
I want to go with Brock, but he hasn't played enough games, so Kenneth Walker.
But I didn't. When did he tear his ACL?
Yeah, true.
Oh no! I'm thinking.
Yeah.
No, he had something else and he came back.
I think, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharp Penny.
Yeah, he took over for him and then had a good year.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going Garrett Wilson also. Defensive Rookie of the Year: Sauce Gardner, Aiden Hutchinson. He's a beast. And Tyreek Woolen from Seattle. Timmy?
This is a hard one, too, because I picked Hutchinson in our preseason thing, but...
Roll with it.
But that sauce, man. That sauce was good this year, so I'm going to have to go with the sauce. The Jets winning 2 of them? What the fuck is this world coming to?
Yeah, what the hell's going on here? Dave?
Sauce as well.
Summers?
Hutchinson
was a beast too, but Gardner changed games. I mean, Hutchinson had his moments, but I feel like Gardner was one of the main reasons the Jets were even in the hunt for a wild card, because they thought they had their quarterback. They puffed their chest out, declaring Wilson to Wilson, and then no. Now they don't even know if they can
I feel like they
come
thought
back
a
next
bunch
year.
of those guys were their quarterbacks. I think White is also our quarterback now.
You there?
Joe Flacco.
They've been saying that for
Flacco.
30 years. They've been saying that for 30 years. Who their quarterback is.
Ted Pennington.
Come
Can he play?
back. Actually, Pennington, a lot of fans liked.
Yeah, I didn't mind him.
He was average.
He played down here too, right? Dolphins.
Yep, he had a MVP
He
caliber
was
season
gritty.
down here.
Dave, Giants, Dolphins this year down here.
He was average.
Again?
Gritty.
I've missed the last 2 times they were here though, either out of
Yeah.
town or they moved to London.
I went last year, and that was a god awful game to go to.
When
That
they
was-
announce
that was-
when they announce the dates, maybe I'll take a trip. I'll come
And-
down.
And they also go to Vegas.
Actually, that's what the boss wants. He wants to meet up in Vegas.
Yeah. He's like, the pop culture pros can go to Vegas.
I said he won't
I should
make
really
the
cover
game.
this game.
He won't make the game. He won't go back to a hotel room. He'll just be at the fucking casino all day.
No, he'll be. Yeah, you haven't seen that Vegas. It's like a pool party, but all the screens are all the games. That's exactly what we'll find
That's how they
us.
keep you there.
He'd be on the floor convulsing, like, oh.
I need to change my parlay right now.
No, cash out. I said cash out. All right, comeback player of the year. By the way, you can bet on all of these on any of your favorite sports books. Comeback player of the year: Geno Smith, Christian McCaffrey, or Saquon Barkley. Timmy,
Christian McCaffrey.
Dave,
You know who I'm going for.
Geno.
Geno Smith, baby, leading that team to the playoffs.
If
No
he
one
win-
thought that.
If he wins, I'll kill somebody. I will literally kill somebody.
But wait a second, what's he coming back for? You can't have one comeback year after 8, 10.
He was. No one thought he was gonna be doing well. Everyone thought that they counted the Seahawks out and they made the playoffs,
Yeah.
and they were competitive in the first half.
Bengals.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. And then the Cinderella story kind of came to an end there. All right.
Yeah, Barkley coming back from an injury. McCaffrey coming back from an injury. Geno coming back from sucking for 10 years.
Sucking.
McCaffrey came back from an injury and then went to a super team. That's not impressive to me.
Wait, he didn't
team.
choose that. It wasn't his fault. This is
course.
not a LeBron Wade
You know,
thing.
okay, he
Yeah.
damn well was like, I want out of here, and poor Baker got left with like
Oh
bunch
my!
of-
This is what this is about.
a bunch of
He left.
fifth and seventh
This is like-
strings.
Okay, I
McCaffrey's a
see what this
phony,
is about.
bro.
Okay, all
If
right.
he would have stayed in
Yeah,
Carolina,
this
his
was
numbers would
Baker
have not been as
Mayfield.
great.
It was Baker Mayfield and Christian McCaffrey up on the tag team, and Baker went to tag McCaffrey after getting beat up, and McCaffrey's halfway up the ramp. That's what
Exactly what happened. He pulled his hand before he could get the tag in.
Sid Justice. Yeah, the Hogan trying to get the tag. Son of a bitch. Summers, did you give your pick?
Give me Saquon.
I'm gonna go with McCaffrey. Also, I think Saquon had that lull, that second half lull.
Yeah, that's why. That's
and
why.
I'll be damned if I say Geno Smith.
G.
All right, Coach of the Year, Brian Daboll, Doug
Don't-
Peterson, and
don't even
Kyle
read that.
Shanahan.
Don't even read the others.
Yeah.
It's Brian Dable.
Doug Peterson did a good job.
Why Shanahan? Shanahan literally has a super team.
Oh, now he has a super team.
Oh, I'm saying like Coach of the Year, like Eric Spoelstra.
I guess because he had three
getting Coach
different...
of the Year, and in when they had the big three, was like, what? Okay, I could have been on sideline, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, whatever.
He got three. He had to deal with three different quarterbacks the entire year. But then again, Brian Dable had to deal with Daniel Jones. So you know what? Never mind.
Oh,
It's Dable.
boy.
It's Dable. I talked myself into it.
Dayball
Daboll.
sweep here.
Dealing with
Daboll
Daniel Jones was
sweep.
not easy.
My God. All right, let's get into this week's games. I'm trying to pull up the odds here. NFL. Come on, guys. Let's get it together here. All right. First game up on the slate. 49ers and the Eagles. 49ers head to Philly. It's a 3:00 start on Fox. The weather is about 37 degrees. Look at this. Look at this detailed. 37 degrees, cloudy skies. And let me see what the lines have been changing a little bit. Eagles are favored by 2.5 here as the home team here. So, Timmy, I'll start with you because you're going to pick the 49ers, I feel.
I picked them from day one.
You're just going with them.
I'm not going to change it now because I picked them from day one. Day one-ish.
Yep. All of my options are gone. I had I think it was Bills Rams.
I think my options are gone too, right? Who did I have?
No, yours were gone. Yours were gone week 3, Dave.
Week 3.
Both, because I think I did Rams Broncos.
Oh my God!
Both done early in the season.
All right, so 49ers for Timmy. Dave.
So I said earlier that if it wasn't for Dak's turnovers, they would have won that game. Brock Purdy didn't do anything impressive to me except not turn over the ball. The Eagles,
But that's a big part of the game.
Yes, but they were playing the Cowboys. It was Dak. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to do that. They're coming off a good win, and they're going to be back at home in that nasty stadium. So unfortunately, I am going to go with the Eagles here. And Purdy gets exposed.
Now, what do I go with? My heart or my head? Does my heart say
what rooting? What? Oh, the heart is Purdy.
And my head saying Eagles just because Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, AJ Brown or whatever.
And they're about to play the best defense they've played all year, which is why I'm going 49ers also.
They played the Cowboys twice.
That's crap on a stick.
Give me Purdy time.
49ers.
I'm just not changing my pick. If I wrote them all year, I can't. Oh well, they're out now because they're playing the stupid Eagles now.
Sure.
So outside quarterback skill positions. I mean, McCaffrey. I would take McCaffrey over
Sanders.
Sanders. Thank you, Miles.
Poor though.
Debo,
Scott,
Ayuk, Kittle.
Kittle. They're both good.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying besides the quarterback position.
No, I'm saying they both have weapons.
Yeah,
you can interchange Goddard and Kittle, AJ Brown and Debo, Ayuk and Smith. Their offense is.
It's gonna come down to, unfortunately, what quarterback makes the mistake. And Purdy's a rookie. I'm going with him, but he's a rookie. Is the pressure going to be too high for him? That's my biggest thing for him.
He don't give a shit. Oh. He's too cool. He don't care.
Or for he could basically say, "Fuck it," because next year, Lance is coming back, and let's say I want this job next year, I have to win this game to prove to the front office that I am the quarterback for this team. It could go.
Well, I get what you're saying about winning the big one, but I think he's proven he can play, surrounded with talent. Maybe he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the history and going to play the next 14 years, 15 years or whatever. We don't know that yet, but
or beat Trent Dilfer.
Or beat Trent Dilfer, whatever. Or,
like said,
when the title is super surrounded.
As long as he doesn't make a mistake, you ride that defense. You ride, Debo. You don't have to throw for 200 yards.
Question:
Nobody does that anymore anyway. Hurts didn't throw for 200 yards against us.
Question.
Nobody does it anymore.
Let's say, hypothetically, he leads them to the Super Bowl and wins it, hypothetically. Does the Niners then trade Lance for...
You can't trade Lance yet. Because
trade him.
You're trading him at zero value. Coming off an injury, not proven at all.
You have a rookie. You have a quarterback controversy next year while Jimmy Garoppolo goes to the Patriots.
Oh, interesting rumor that started today is Lamar to the Falcons is a rumor that cropped up.
That's not so bad. I would rather him in New York, but
Belichick messed up with that pick, in my opinion. He should have taken Lamar. Other than trading the pick to Baltimore.
All right, boss, who do you got?
Yeah, I haven't picked yet, right?
No.
I'm going with the 49ers.
All
I'm going with the 49ers here.
So it's me and Eric this week then with the Eagles.
Oh, of course. For sure, Eric. Summers defense wins Super Bowls. All right, and then the 6:30 game of CBS. Tony Romo, you know it. Bengals and Chiefs. 35 degrees, cloudy skies. You could still get tickets for as low as $216. So 3 of the 4 quarterbacks that are left are MVP candidates. This has got 2 MVP candidates going against each other. I'm going to start with Summers.
Why me?
Bengals Chiefs.
The last. I don't.
We know who you're going for.
You're going with Bengals. You already.
You racist.
Vince McMahon, come out here, you're racist. All right, you're going with the Bengals. But so the line has shifted here. The Bengals had been favored by 2.5. But I guess Mahomes walking out
Of course.
without limping from the press conference was enough. Because the Chiefs are now favored by 1. So it's flipped. So look at that 3.5 point swing based on his ankle. And it'd be more than that if he doesn't play. This becomes like
he doesn't play
10 point spread.
Oh my god.
All right, so you got Bengals. Dave, who you going with here?
I got Joe Breezy going into Burrowhead getting that dub.
Burrowhead. Wow.
What? So you have
I
Cincy?
like it. Yeah,
What?
he's got Cincy.
Wait,
Raul's got Bengals and Niners.
Wait. After all this talk about Mahomes,
It's a team game.
circle back.
It's a team game.
No. I'm just saying. He lost.
Brady fans have a lot of time, a lot of
No.
heartache. understanding that fact.
Would have 5 years he's been to the AFC Championship game in a row, right?
No, but you can't.
He's been to 1 Super Bowl.
He's been to 2.
2. Okay.
Timmy
But
says timeout.
I don't want to hear another fucking thing about Tom Brady, please.
It's not about Brady.
Move on.
It's
Move
about
on.
how good Mahomes is.
Move on. It doesn't mean anything. He's with it.
Point.
He's with his kid in fucking Florida looking at schools. Let it go, man.
In next year,
Oh my God! Then we get to see the great Tom Brady down here against Danny Dimes and Barkley.
We got to get those season tickets.
My bet. I already placed my bet. I got 49ers plus 2.5 parlayed with Bengals plus 1. I'm going with both underdogs, both road teams. Timmy?
I'm going with Bengals also. If there's one thing I said, I don't care if this dude walked out on stage and walked this and walked that. Every quarterback you talk to this week, every other one of them has said high ankle sprains are no joke. It's no joke.
You can't turn.
No, and it said he's going to take one shot on that leg, or he's going to run out of the pocket. It's going to be very, very hard for him to. I'm not saying can't. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs won. I just wouldn't. But
No.
I am going to go with the Bengals. I think they have too many weapons on offense. As I said, Joe Burrow may just cool. He just doesn't care. He's just like, whatevs. And I like that. I like that about a
Whatevs.
quarterback. He's like, whatevs. Yeah. We're down
Forget
10.
about it.
We're down 10. Watch this. No problem. We're good. But no, I think the ankle is going to be a major factor because I don't care what he says. He walked out there. Big deal. They said the high ankle sprains, are no joke. So
Did you see that they zoomed in on his ankle as he was walking out? Like that has anything to do with game situation.
like he doesn't have eight.
Look, he's not limping.
Tape and boot and all the other stuff on there.
It's totally different too because you got to run. You got people at your feet.
Yeah.
Right. You can't cut.
Roll the ball.
All the talk is you can run forward.
Yeah.
And you can go full speed forward, but once you try to make a cut, that's it. And with that kind of thing, even if he slides, and it's his right ankle, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
illegal.
Yeah. So if he slides, that's his lead in, and if somebody just tackles him at the ankle, that could do it right there.
Or
All right.
throw passes too. He
Well,
puts pressure on him.
I'm not so worried about that. He's got crazy arm talent and strength. I did want to talk about some props, but what I'll do is I'll send those out to you guys, and then we'll get that posted on the site for the sake of time.
Well, we can still,
all right.
We still have. Oh
Yeah.
no, never mind. Forget
No,
it.
go ahead.
No. I was thinking about something else.
Oh, okay. So I think that'll do it for us for this week. Cover a bunch of basketball, some little bit of baseball, ton of football, and way too much Tom Brady. Lots of contests up on the site for various different movies. Popculturepros.com. We're up over the 1,000 mark in TikTok. I don't know when the hell we're gonna go live and
I was gonna ask
celebrate. And I don't know what we're gonna do.
We can go live.
But
during
yeah,
one of the
TikTok is a-
shows.
Yeah, no, but it just be me because everybody, you can't go live until you get 1,000 followers.
Yeah, but that's fine. It could just be you, and then you could, on the little caption, you could be like, whatever, like log in. But I guess you would just have to, because you listen to us in your ear, right?
Yeah.
Would you be able to do it where it's just like the?
Well, these will go to two different things, so I can connect it to the phone and.
I think
And
you'd be
here.
able to invite one of us on though. Like, if we're watching you go live, I think you can invite us on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think to invite someone,
I think
on,
it's
you
gotta be
have to have-
1,000.
You have to have 1,000.
Oh, you still have to be. I'm like 800 something. I could whore myself out to get 200 more people.
I'm gonna give you how I did. They have great
We know
like
how you
TikTok.
did it. We know how you did it.
Listen. TikTok has tremendous, like really positive pockets where it's like you're following these people and you're following different types of same type people. Like interests.
Dude, I have 800 plus followers. 800 plus. I know maybe 10 of them. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. Like the people picking fights with me. Dave, when I responded to your what did you say?
1880s.
1880s, and I'm just sitting there staring at you. All of a sudden, I'm starting all these likes come up on that video. Like, okay, TikTok, you're bored.
Giving you
All right,
content
but
here.
but let's go round robin here. Quick closeout here, so I can go get some whiskey. Not the dog. Timmy, what you got?
Go Bengals. Definitely go Niners. I can't live in a world with the Eagles celebrating anything. Go Celtics, I guess, even though they lost tonight. A to Z tomorrow night. I think I'll be on that. And Saturday, Royal Rumble preview show. So be ready for that.
All right, Dave.
So I guess the only thing I have to say is that none of us picked this matchup. However, we could get a Super Bowl rematch of 2020 of the Chiefs and 49ers, and we all know how the next month and 2 years that went after that. So let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I'm good. I don't want to repeat that.
Oh my god, my car service person. I think I told you maybe a little bit about that adventure in Chicago, but she said, I really wish we were back in the pandemic, in the height of the pandemic. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, people were nicer. No, they weren't. They just were home.
They weren't, like they were keeping 6 feet away from you.
Yeah. No,
listen. As a subway rider, I've said it many times. I missed the pandemic.
yeah, but that's a logical reason. Like with her, like if people are at home, she's not making money.
Mm-hmm.
So see, like that would have been a joy. All right, Summers, what you got for everybody? All your fans.
I don't have any fans. I don't have any friends.
You're right about that. Oh, friends.
That's my daughter of the day.
Fans, yeah, friends. You got friends.
No.
Hey, Summer, wait, let me guess. Tom Brady.
No.
Brady. Tom
Rob
Brady.
Gronkowski.
Later, Raul.
No.
Tom Brady.
Don't forget Rob.
Jump on the Purdy train.
He's on the Purdy train.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. Come on, Purdy.
Oh, what's his name? Paul Heyman.
Tom Brady.
He
Who
did.
introduce Brock Purdy.
He did.
Oh no, but yeah, Timmy.
No, like live
Oh, well,
like-
he did on the show though.
for the Super Bowl. When they run out?
He should.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. Yeah, like you, Brock.
It's gonna be in the home state. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Where's
All right,
Brock Purdy
so-
from?
That's a good question. And I'm actually interested in this, so I'm gonna look it up and then we'll go.
My gosh.
Sorry. Brock Purdy is from Queen Creek, Arizona.
Where the hell is Queen Creek?
In Arizona.
All right. On that note, we will bid you adieu, and we will talk to you guys next week. Obviously, keep you up to date on all that is going on in the sports world, and get those parlay picks that we want to. We'll make you millions and millions of coin.
And millions.
All right. Peace out, everybody. Until next week.
Bye.
Peace.